Welcome back to Monday Night Lights, the tournament edition, sponsored by Final Form Entertainment. We're moving on to the semifinals, where we have UTK versus James Madison at semifinal number 1, and I'm bringing in a feisty Taquito. Help me cast this one. Taquito, how you doing, my man?
We're doing absolutely wonderful, brother. Doing absolutely wonderful. I am excited for tonight, especially this specific matchup, because guys, in this top 8, this is where the debut for this UTK roster gets noticed, and they've already moved through that round number 1 pretty quickly, from what Bepic was telling me right before we went live. And you guys just saw James Madison take their W. It was a game 5 win for this squad over here. That's Ability, Gad, and Tyler. But now they've got to face off against a team coming off, I believe, a sweep, correct?
Yep, UTK swept Robert Morris in round 1, and Kung MC will have a better knowledge of how close the sweep was. But I looked over during game 1, and it was like 7-0 UTK. I was like, all right, this is about going the way that I kind of expected it to. Robert Morris playing with a sub tonight, as Rad Moves wasn't able to make it at the last second. So I was like, all right, I love my RMU boys, but I didn't think they had much of a chance against a UTK team that's really trying to prove themselves tonight. And JMU's in the same boat. They are always trying to prove themselves. They always play with a chip on their shoulder, but they're playing against UTK, debuting the Taibu roster. They've been talking a lot about this roster. Once Taibu joins the school, he's coming for the next semester for the fall semester, UTK. And Taquito, this team is supposed to be real good.
They've got to be this good. I mean, even if it is a sub, it's a sub on a college team, and you're still sweeping them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is massive. So James Madison, I feel, has got a lot to prove right now. We could almost theoretically say this might be UTK's match to lose if they're out here proving something. But 5 minutes are on the clock. It's game number 1. It's a best of 7 here, Monday Night Lights, with the legendary Bepic, sponsored by Final Form. You guys know the drill. Let's get to it.
All right, away we go. And this is reminding me, I mean, I streamed the debut match of Crisp when he was the first, the last debutant for UTK, but Tyler out here trying to spoil that. Coast to coast dribble over the head of Taibu. What an opening for JMU.
I mean, like I said, dude, this is gonna be that match that you gotta look like. UTK has got to look out, man. This is gonna be a hot roster. We saw James Madison through, I mean, back when we did that top 64 through the teams, did we not see James Madison blow through top 8 all the way to the grands of that? These guys are here to play. You're gonna have to watch out for them. That's a great save at the back line. Chris with a great shot, however. Jobro another, but Gad, that staunch defender, is going absolutely nowhere as they move that ball back into the orange. Or blue, excuse me, blue.
Good touch by Jobro, though, to get the ball out. UTK have had the bulk of the offense so far in game 1. Is JMU with that 1-goal lead, trying to add on to it. Joe, a touch out to the center field. How's their intercept? Ability right there, matching the pace of Crisp as Gad goes up for that. Not anywhere real close to it, but JMU still good offense. I'll have to retreat for a moment as UTK again find themselves in that offensive zone. Jobro to Crisp. Crisp finding ability on the goal line. What a save by JMU.
Absolutely amazing save, but Bepic, I'm so sorry to veer attention away from this, but we are so back. We are so back, baby. CCA is happening. They got the format. They're talking about it right now. It's fast and danger taco, but what we do need to focus on at the moment is that player Taibu. First goal in this best of 7. It's tied 1-1. We just cleared a minute and a half of gameplay here. This is already proving to be a banger series.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm glad to see we got some actual CCA stuff coming back, because we got several rosters playing tonight that are going to want to prove themselves on the national CRL stage. And here we go again with the number 1 overall seed, UTK, scoring another to find their first lead of game 1.
My lord, my lord, my lord. Joe Bro scoring their first one of the series as well. And I love this. I love to see a young roster, or maybe not a young roster per se, but a brand new roster to these kinds of scenes, absolutely proving themselves, because that's what you need to do. You got to make a name for yourself, especially when you're at this level. Because now I heard that these guys got to get paid for this stuff. And what happened to that when we were in college, Bepic? What is this?
I don't know, but I mean, we're trying to chat a little bit, talk about stuff going outside of the match. UTK won't let us get a single point out. They've strung together now 3 straight goals. It's like a 2-goal lead, and we're only 2 minutes into game 1. UTK is on a tear right now.
Joe Bro on the edge of a hat trick. 2 goals right now. Taibu up off the kickoff. Down to Joe Bro. Joe Bro almost looking for 3. Won't be able to find it. This is a good play out of the corner, though. Ability needs to get some good possession. A double commit is not the best look. Gad, however, almost blots it right there. Chris not getting rung up for the save. That's kind of lame, Rocket League. Fix yourself on that. That's a good shot. Gad with the demo. Should be able to run this all the way down the field. Tyler almost gets the demo, and it somehow turns into a free counter on the hat trick?
That's insane. Taibu was in a 1v2, was able to win it, dodge the bump attempt from Gad somehow, and the ball took such a ricochet there out of the UTK corner that it gave Joe Bro the freest goal that you'll see all night. 4-1, UTK on a crazy swing.
That is, I just, not to be a little mean here, but where did the defense go on that? You guys full sent the house. You're down by 2. It's not even the last seconds of the game, James Madison. I don't know if it's a little too early to be making those full house plays, but they're on the pitch. I'm not. That's a great infield pass. Gets deflected. James Madison doing their best right now to try to defend from everything, but it's UTK feeding the hot hand Joe Bro with their fork.
Joe's just the cleanup man tonight. I mean, he's gotten set up several times now. Let me see exactly what his stat line is at the moment. 4 goals, 0 assists, mind you, and 7 shots put up, scoring more than half of his shot opportunities because they've been so easy. They've been great setups for him to finish off, as his team has been doing work around him. And here's Joe Bro again trying to find it out, but Gad's right there. Ability bumped the last man, but the shot from Gad was soft initially. He has to rush in to finish off the play, but hey, JMU getting it done, finding a second.
Ability got the bump, and when I realized the ball didn't have enough juice on it, I almost was afraid that the bump wasn't good enough for James Madison. They did manage to find themselves that goal on that opportunity, but you got to capitalize any way you can. But guys, 90 seconds left here, and it's not looking the best for y'all, at least in game number 1. You got plenty of time to clean up through this series. However, UTK making this statement early on, I'd be a little scared, Bepic. I'd be a little scared.
Hey, these guys are fighters, though. They'll find a way back. They were down on match point against Michigan State in their last series, but put together good wins in games 4 and 5, and there's a reason JMU's fighting against the #1 overall seed at the moment. Looking decent against them. We'll see how game 2 looks, if it's a continuation of this run of momentum out of UTK, or if JMU can fight back. Crossbar helping them out a little bit right there. Tyler doesn't have a ton of boost in the tank. We'll get the ball over Joe Bro. Chris jumped as well. So Taibu has to salvage the play defensively for a moment. It does so very nicely. I don't know where on earth he came from to get that touch, but it was way downtown.
Brother was off the left side ceiling, and oh my gosh, went from coast to coast to catch the ball. Help right there from Chris. Took it right off of Chris' nose. Pinches it with Tyler underneath the crossbar. This is a talent, let me tell you.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that coming in, but it's something else to have it just shown to you on the pitch. Taibu's the real deal. And in the tweet where UTK did announce this roster, it was a montage tweet. And you know, when a team in CRL is getting announced by way of a clip montage, you know that team's going to be pretty solid. UTK showing off in game one. JMU found a couple of openings, but it was not near enough to take down the Volunteers after game one is said and done. But hey, that's 7. The lengthy one, Taquito. We got a ways to go before this thing's over.
And away we go indeed, my friend. Game one in the books already. A four-goal differential is the score line right now. And for a budding roster like this UTK team, I am nothing short of impressed to see how far these guys can go. Like you said, they will be playing in other things like the summer series that is coming back. They're just going to be playing in general. Like these guys are a lock-in, are they not?
I mean, they ought to be. Absolutely. I don't know how stacked. I actually don't know what the size of the Summer Series field is. So, anyone watching that announcement, do you know how many teams are qualifying for that? Because UTK, I mean, this roster is absolutely top 32 at the minimum in my eyes. I haven't gotten to watch enough of them to like, accurately judge them against the rest of the field, but at bare minimum, they're top 32. So we'll see once Summer Series rolls around. Okay, 16 teams. UTK is going to be knocking on the door, absolutely, right there. I mean, right now, JMU is a team that could be in that conversation as well, and they got destroyed in game one.
They absolutely did. I'm looking at the schedule as they have it listed up. Got a couple of qualifiers, got some league play. I mean, yeah, like you got the game. I got these other stats, clearly. They got a 3-day championship in August. So we literally are so back with college soccer or college carball. I'm just happy we're here. I'm happy UTK is up by 1. James Madison, though, give me something. Give me and Bepic something to yell about. Give us some goals. Tie the series or just let Joe Bro put it in the top corner. I don't care.
Well, Joe dropped about 850 points in game one. Here he's already got an assist and a goal on the board. 21 seconds in, almost 200 points. For the man that, you know, you look at this team on paper, Crisp and Taibu up front, and you're like, all right, this guy's the third man. He's going to carry the CRO. No. Joe Bro, he's been at the helm of UTK Rocket League for too long to just be a third man. He is a finisher. He's a distributor. He is showing up big time in game 2 already.
So what you're telling me is he's the judge, jury, and the executioner. He's got all 3 jobs, I see.
I don't know about everything on the roster, but hey, he's a legend for sure.
Absolutely. I love the way this team does move in sync as they challenge the pitch, they challenge the defense. They're forcing you into these awkward positions. Chit or Crisp almost getting one right there. It's going to be out of the corner. Can Gad get on it? No. Ability's going to have to work here. But look at that. The way they're always flowing through this offensive front. It's just, they move like water. Let's be real.
And the water was concentrated on the James Madison end for a while right there. But a breakout for JMU, even momentarily, has got to feel a little good. His field domination right now is sitting around 70-30, and that's an open net mistake on the UTK end, accurately punished by JMU. Great beat by Tyler. Crisp is caught out, and Ability rushes to pounce on that chance. Nicely done. 2-1.
Good awareness on the side of JMU, especially knowing when to press your advantage. That's exactly what we want to see at this level. These guys, they're just far too good at this game to not be able to capitalize on tons of moments such as that one. Chris to the back wall. Maybe there's a follow. No. Gad gets a free chance at possession until Chris decides he's not allowed to play the game anymore. Tyler out to the mid. Unfortunately can't find Ability off the back wall, but they continue to press their offense, unfortunately, until you get past one. There's no boost in the back, and it's Ability and Gad scrambling to try to save Crisp's shot from the heavens.
Oh, what a breakaway. I mean, that has got to be one of the upcoming scariest sights in CRL is a UTK odd man rush 3v2 as JMU tried their best to defend that, but as a clean finish from Crisp. Gad trying to show everybody what a clean finish is, but Taibu in the way. That pass from Ability looking for Tyler to connect as Joe Bro's in the way. JMU's getting more and more offense here, Taquito, but at the moment it is still not enough to keep pace with UTK.
In your vision, so Tyler Okay, I was like, Tyler, somebody jump. Like, guys, y'all are just watching this float. In your thought process so far here for the side of JMU, what it seems to be lacking for them right now? I feel like it's not enough challenges. I feel like they're respecting UTK a little too much for my liking.
Yeah, I think the challenge game absolutely is going the way of UTK. I don't know about respect, maybe forced respect out of JMU, because the challenge game isn't going their way, which means the boost game probably isn't going their way, so they don't have the funds to continue to contest UTK, especially on those breakaways that we see turning into goals. But JMU's starting to get a handle on it. Right here, Gaddis to go up quickly, and even then, can't get a touch on the ball, so UTK not gifted a fourth goal, but they make it look easy. Gadd has to go up. That's not him respecting Crisp right there. He tries to get in his face, but just not in a good position to challenge, and Crisp easily gets around him, setting up Joe for the finish.
I got to agree with that currency remark. They definitely are not playing with enough tools in the toolbox. They seem to be lacking a lot of boost, and I'm trying to find out truly, is that because UTK is just moving so quickly and efficiently, or is that because, unfortunately, James Madison is outpaced? Is that really what it is? Because look, we're watching the defensive line crumble right before our eyes. 5-1. Taibu gets one on the scoreboard. You know, padding the stats a little bit. What can we do or what can JMU do to help themselves?
I mean, again, it's the challenge game. Joe Bro winning a dominant 50 and then quickly following it up on the goal line to put it center. And JMU didn't have much boost in the tank to control their cars to the point where they needed to in close quarters combat. And here we go again. Oh my word, UTK trying to clip on JMU in game 2, which still is yet to conclude. It feels like we've been in this game for decades. And there's still a minute 10 left here. UTK just exercising full control over the Dukes, and I mean, that's a good look for Tyler, shut down by Taibu. Gadd follows it up, gets it to ability. That touch is not enough control. It's a nice follow, but it required so much boost from ability that the follow to the follow wasn't good enough.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should just give these guys 200. That was an awesome play developing, and I'm sad that unfortunately they couldn't pick up the 100 on spawn to keep it going, because there was a lot of control we witnessed right there. Gadd, however, knows how to aim and puts one at the very bottom of the opposite side of the net, at least giving them another chance at looking at closing that point deficit. But I don't know if 36 seconds is enough time to close it by 3.
And look, UTK, they're not invincible. They're going to give up opportunities to JMU, which, to JMU's credit, when they've gotten chances like that, those high percentage chances they have to be hitting to stay relevant in this series, they're hitting them. That's a wonderful shot by Gadd. And UTK cannot be given up a space like that, a big shooting lane like that to JMU. And Gadd, again, doing work there in offense, giving Tyler an opportunity, giving himself a chance. Puts the ball back on Tyler's hood, ability to follow up. Not quite fast enough, so UTK will get out. The Volunteers, another commanding game win, but JMU have proved that if UTK lets them in this series, then it could be dangerous for the Volunteers.
No way. I was about to say, Chris, not like that. Not the disrespect. Not the own goal at the very end. Thank God the teammate blocked it. Let's be honest. The teammate blocked it. It's okay. It ends that way. That's fine.
Oh, UTK, it's dangerous when, first of all, you see them operating at the level that they are right now, but then messing around like that at the end of a game, trying to own goal and then saving the own goal. They're having fun right now. They are absolutely having fun right now, and why not? I mean, JMU is a team that, in my eyes, could contest if we were still doing the colleague top 48 poll this late into the season. Could contest for one of those top 48 spots, and UTK, it's dominant. It is so dominant right now, Taquito.
Agreed. I mean, both games have had this 5-2 scoreline, 6-2. You know what I'm saying? 3-4 points separate these two squads. And it kind of, it begs the question, again, what can JMU do to stop this offense? They've got to, it's like a three-headed hydra right now. You cut off one, another one grows back, and that's what they seem to find. Tyler taking the demo on kickoff will get us started in game number 3, and hopefully we see a change on the side of orange. If not, it's just going to be another dominant performance from the side of blue and UTK.
Chris keeping Tyler guessing right there, so Tyler can't find a clear. He had to use all his boost going after the initial touch that really never came. It was an off-speed ball. Center for UTK. And they're using that, those kind of moments where they just keep JMU's defense guessing to continue to enforce control. But the breakout for JMU leaves Taibu awkward, and an ability there to punish. Beautifully done by JMU. This is how they have to operate. They have to make UTK guess when they're defending against this JMU offense. And Tyler did so right there. Nice finish by his teammate ability.
I also like the bounce play as well, putting it a little high after shooting into the ground. Mixes up the defense a little bit. Well, a little more than just a little bit, but it gives you the advantage. Dobro is shooting good deflect right there from ability, right there in front of their face. Can he get it down to Tyler? Tyler with a shot. Unfortunately, no connection there. Gad is going to have to turn around and try to play this from a shadow defense. Unfortunately, could not get it right there. Taibu going, setting up Jobro, and it's the same connection we've seen through 3 different games.
Chris demos the first. Second goes high on the challenge. Taibu goes low. And Tyler jumped to try and help out because he didn't know if his teammate was getting a touch on the ball. UTK has once again scattered the JMU defense, as these aren't bad ideas from JMU. They just can't make the right decision fast enough to match the speed that the Volunteers are playing with. And there's another clean 50 win by Jobro. We'll get him space off the sidewall. Poor first touch gives the ball away to Gad, who can't keep control. And keeping the ball closer to Keto, I think, is another thing that JMU could be doing a little bit better, as Gad tries to do so here. Can't get back on the play, and so Tyler moving in. It's telegraphed. Taibu can dunk it. Joe nearly hits a whirly of a second goal. But JMU starting to do little things a bit better against UTK, keeping it close here in the first 2 minutes.
You say that as they get deleted off the pitch. Are you sure they're doing it better, Bepic?
I mean that's UTK outplaying them. They're doing little things better. They're still getting demoed.
The nuances, right? The nuances of the game of Rocket League is Chris nails one from the mid, from Taibu. That pass central looked great. There's enough power on it for, unfortunately, I believe there was ability in the net. Could not get a hand up in time for it.
Hey, that's tough. That is tough for ability. Had 100 boost and wasn't able to save it off kickoff. We'll make up for it a little bit. The previous play. Clear. Doesn't get through Jobro at the midfield line. Tyler's challenge will get through Taibu, but can't stick with it. So Chris, low on boost, has to give the ball up. Ability, leaving that one alone, but there was no one there immediately to shoot it for JMU. So UTK will clear, find themselves an opening. Taibu trying to finish it. Flip reset. Go off the back wall. It's no good. UTK miss out on an opportunity, and JMU flipped the field.
Man, JMU had a chance right there. Gad went up on that sidewall. Unfortunately, it's just a matter of bad positioning, and that bump right there in the mid, speaking of bad positioning, is going to leave the net wide open. But yeah, I feel like you said, we see these flashes of brilliance. We see good plays from the side of JMU, but they fall short almost every time. And just one time, that momentum building play, I just want to see it happen. Give it to me, guys. Come on, dudes, you got this.
It's just so hard against the speed of UTK to string together everything that you need to make a play go and turn into a goal. It's difficult for JMU. They're getting better, though. Slowly, the goal differential in games getting better for JMU. Could certainly use a second in this one, but Jobro, before JMU, if they ever find a second, before they get it, he's going to add the UTK lead. What a read. Out of the corner, a deft touch. Pokes that ball over Tyler, who's in position, but still can't find a touch.
You're in the right spot. You're playing the game correctly. You're positioning properly, and just this team in UTK is going to be like, well, there was that tiny little hole in your defense, and I'm just going to absolutely capitalize on it. Thank you for the shot.
That's tough. JMU had an opportunity to make this game
Oh,
a lot closer, but they'll get back on the right foot after the kickoff. His ability just out 50 Taibu right there, and Crisp again is caught out as the third man for UTK, given an open net to JMU.
sometimes the Rocket League gods giveth and then they taketh away, my friend. And that is a moment where I think they took away from UTK. Closing the point deficit from 3 to 2 here. Tyler trying to get something started. Ability could possibly be there, but is there late. Gad is by themselves on an island. Stretches for the save, does get it, but unfortunately is unable to follow it through as they move to the blue and can't seem to capitalize on this opportunity of slow play coming from the side of UTK, but they at least move it back central, or they try to. And unfortunately, there is just always a blue member in their defensive third that is shooting or just causing absolute calamity as they go up again by 3.
And this is a paraphrased quote of a player that I've talked to about playing against UTK before they even had Taibu, and they told me it feels like everywhere you turn on the Rocket League pitch, there's a UTK player in your face, contesting whatever you're trying to do on the ball. There's just no time to think on the field when you're playing the Volunteers. And again, that was before they had Taibu. So UTK getting scarier with that addition. His debut going very well right now. UTK looking very solid through their first 2 series as they are handling JMU still. Even into game 3 now. We're looking likely UTK is going to Grands to Quito without dropping a single game.
That would be an insane stat to look at, especially again, like we're saying, on the debut of this roster. I'm gonna say debut like Taibu because I was looking at his name, but that is just an insane statistic to just kind of marinate on. This roster makes their first appearance in this kind of small series we have here. They go absolutely undefeated without dropping a single game. Do their opponents, should they be worried right now? That's the real question.
Should teams be worried about playing UTK? Watching this?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes, they absolutely should. And I know Fry's at least is in. I see Luigi as well from FSU, so they're watching this. So I'm sure they knew what was to come from UTK. I'm wondering if Colorado's watching as well, to see if. Or to see what they might be facing in Grands. We're not even there yet, though. Tennessee still have to win another game against James Madison. Yes. But their JMU was held to just 2 shots. They did score on those 2 shots. Credit to them. But they're facing down 13 on the other end. Another 5-2 victory for UTK. It's not looking good for JMU right now. I'll say that much.
It's not looking good at all, Fred. And I was just trying to peek the bracket a little bit. That's right. Bruton Parker has got to play FSU. Yeah, Bruton Parker's got to play FSU in that other semifinals. Yep. I'm curious what your thoughts are on that. I'll ask at the end of this game. We might have a chance to go to 5, so we're not going to call it too early because JMU could pull some magic, pull the rabbit out of the hat, and prove us completely wrong, but they still very much so are in this series until Tyler is blocking the opening shot for the Dukes.
That's painful, and we'll move on from that for Tyler's sake and JMU's sake right there. And I'll answer your question. I don't know why I said Colorado and FSU, because FSU just upset Colorado. And before that, if I was talking about them playing Bruton Parker, I would absolutely have Bruton Parker as the favorites against FSU. But if the Seminoles are playing as well as you told me they were playing against Colorado, then maybe they can do it again in a best-of-7 against the BPC team playing near full strength, with Antics and Manny alongside Sino playing for the team today. And Bruton Parker, I think, absolutely are the team that I would expect to see playing UTK in Grands. But, hey, I am all for an FSU run, FSU Cinderella run, rather.
I would like to see it as well, because that just, like I said, man, if you were in that lobby, if you caught that game at all, it was crazy. There was a chance that Colorado did have to at least tie in that game number 4, but I gotta call it what it is, Big Dog Fisher Masterclass. What it was. But we need to focus on the game at hand. No one has scored as we move through the first minute 30 of game time. Something has shifted, and what could it be?
It's just UTK biding their time, going through the motions here, playing solid, so they can find an opening in a very stout JMU defense against most other teams in this bracket. JMU would have the superior defense. UTK better on most fronts in this series so far. Dobro pinch back at Gad. He'll pop it off the sidewall for Tyler, but is dusted by Crisp right there. And locates Taibu in the infield. Ooh, tries to give it right back to Crisp, but ability in the way. Finding Tyler downfield, calling his own number against Jobro. UTK's defense again holding firm.
Well, that's a good 50 right there. Oh my gosh. Ability just unfortunately getting deleted at the worst time. Not like this. No, the counterattack. That was the worst series of events for JMU. They had a look at the net yet again, and that demo absolutely opened up the lane the other way.
Ability, upon the respawn, flipped upfield before realizing that there was a clear coming from the UTK goal line and not more JMU offense. And that poorly timed flip forward is what gave up that open net. Just such a minute detail when you time your flip and where you're going with that flip. And in JMU, that minute detail coming back to haunt them is now they're down by a pair in game 4. We just passed the halfway point of what could be the final game in semifinal number 1. And UTK again asserting themselves as the better squad.
Haibu, through 2 people, finds the softest pass possible back to Crisp. Crisp basically puts it right underneath the crossbar. These guys at UTK, they definitely took, they did shooting packs or something. I don't know. Maybe they're cheating. They DDoSing? You think they're DDoSing right now?
I think we would notice if they were DDoSing because we're in the lobby too.
Oh, we don't got time. You know what I'm saying? We don't, I mean, and streamed, you know what I'm saying? Everyone would catch it in 4K, but it is what it is. I mean, 3 up right now. First it was a pair, now it's some triplets. I don't know what's going on over here on the side of UTK, but whatever they got going on with that program, it is absolutely wonderful. We are seeing a masterclass team work together here in this best of 7.
Yeah, UTK absolutely looking the part right now of the top team. And JMU, I mean, 2 minutes left. I just, at this point, want to see what they can do in the way of a comeback. Just have some kind of go at it, throw everything you got at the UTK defense, which they probably have been doing throughout this series, throwing everything they got at UTK's defense. But it is tough to score. And then UTK just turns right around, scores a 4th, got 100 seconds left in game 4, and the Volunteers have already gotten close to putting a nail in the coffin.
3 people. 3 people on that shot. 1 person actually like touched the ball, but 3 people. Did you get scored on there, Bepic? Because where was that? Where was that even coming? Where was the shot even coming from? Who was going to actually touch it?
Yeah, who knows? This is why I'm so glad I'm not a competitor. Because having to play a team like this, like, it's just awful. Because they're so fast, you don't know where the shots are coming from. If there's going to be a shot, if it's a pass, or if it's an open net whiff, or whatever it is. I mean, Chris just let that go and let Taibu try to score it. Great save by Ability. Okay, JMU, I mean, they've got a great defense. It's been tough to showcase it tonight against UTK.
Just the ability to, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, please give me the counter. Please score on the counter or something. You guys have got to be able to plus off this one. But yeah, abilities, just goal line save, literally. What a bump on Chris right there by Tyler. It just, that was everything they needed. Now they have 61 seconds to score 3 goals. Not on the kickoff. Okay, I was gonna say, not like that. Not the anticlimactic. Oh, too much action. Too much action, Bepic.
Hey, JMU using that action though, and they got good possession off kickoff, but that's a nice out by Chris. Got through Ability, and the pressure going to dissipate for JMU. Giving the ball over to UTK. Jobro causing havoc on the orange goal line, and Crisp is there to finish. 5-1, 36 seconds left, although I think this one was over a long time ago.
Yeah, I unfortunately may have to agree with you, big dog. It is looking rough for the Dukes right now. And I kind of got to agree. I would love to see a reverse sweep happen. I don't think it's going to, sadly, in this moment. Gad playing this one back, trying to move it forward. Crisp is there just to slow play this and draw the clock out. And it looks like that is going to be exactly the best way to play this for the side of the Dukes and the Volunteers. I mean, good Lord, what a 4-game series, man.
Yeah. What a series indeed for UTK. JMU had good glimpses, but UTK is going to be one of the best rosters in the Southeast straight up next year. And they're already showcasing that now. 5-1 and GG's already out. UTK didn't have a single game this series where they scored less than 5 goals. Their offense was performing at an insane rate against a defense that I would rate very highly. JMU has got a solid back line, and UTK just ripped them to shreds.
Extremely. Like, it was shreds is being polite, my friend. They dismantled it from the ground, from the tires up. There was nothing left for the side of the Dukes, unfortunately. UTK, like you said, proving they are the #1 seed currently through the tournament. But for now, they're going to be waiting in grand finals for their opponent in this next match. And that is how I want to end off my little segment of your stream. Who do you think is going to be the victor of this next one? Is it going to be Bruton Parker, or do you think FSU really does have that Cinderella story in them?
I want to get your thoughts first, Taquito. Before you have to dip, unfortunately, to let Dronas take your spot. I want to know your opinion. What's the series score? Who wins?
What's the series score and who wins? Because both of those are upsets, right? Both of that side of the bracket is 2 upsets moving forward, correct?
Bruton Parker were the favorites over Buds, but
they were the favorite. Okay. They were the favorites. So that side's right. FSU did beat Colorado, one of the undisputed #1 seeds through the CCS side. If you got a team beating a just unanimous favorite moving through the top 8 here, I would be scared. Fries and Luigi are operating at a very high level. Fisher is doing his job perfectly, and you got to be scared when he comes alive in a series. So if the favorite moved through on the other side and it's a best of 7, got a FSU in 4.
FSU in 4. That is a bold claim to make, but there's the bracket right there with UTK sitting in the grand finals. Bruton Parker and Florida State coming up next. I hope Taquito's not correct, at least in the series length, because I would love a nail biter after UTK kind of took over that last series. But that's our next series coming up on Monday Night Lights, sponsored by Final Form Entertainment. Again, do ! Final Form in Twitch chat if you want to get involved in their esports community. Wonderful community. I've been around them for several years now. So get involved with FFE. But short break. In the meantime, when we get FSU versus BPC set up, we say goodbye to Taquito. And so grab your snacks, grab your drinks. We got another heater of a semifinal coming up next.